Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here. This is RTA Motorsports. Let me get that Gatorade bottle out of there. We're going to be jumping into some dirt rally. We did a poll earlier and it looks like, let me just see, let me make sure that I'm saying that correctly. Go to the recent. You guys haven't hit that reminder bell. If you go to our community tab, we do post kind of a lot on there. We're going to be posting, we have been posting when we're doing our live streams. Today we unfortunately had an incident, so we couldn't start on time. But yeah, 56% of people say they want to see Dirt Rally. So we're doing Dirt Rally right now. Trailed by 11% said they want to see Race Room Racing Experience. We've did quite a few streams with that recently, so that's probably why. And instead of course the Competizione is matching that 11%. Project Cars 2, 22%, so we might do that next time. We were supposed to start at 6:30, which is about an hour and a half ago, but unfortunately my wife's battery died while she was on her way to work, so we had to do an emergency visit, kind of swap her battery out. That's also in that community tab. So if you hit that reminder bell, you'll see our community tab, get access to that, so that way you know what's going on when we're doing things, and kind of a behind the scenes sort of deal. So anyway, like I said, we're going to be jumping into some dirt rally. It's actually pretty exciting. We were running into issues. I should have actually started the stream about a half hour ago, but we were running into a lot of stability issues. I've been using Steam VR Beta. Turns out Steam VR Beta is having issues with communicating with Revive, and Revive is how we're actually getting this whole thing to work. So if you're running Steam VR Beta and you're on the newest version of Revive and you're wondering why you're having some issues seeing menus or whatnot in VR, that's probably why. So we're going to switch to the race view here. I haven't gone into gameplay yet with switching back to normal Steam VR. But we were having some really bad performance issues too. I lowered a lot of the graphical settings down, which I don't really like to do. But I figured probably better than the alternative. So we'll give that a shot. We'll see how it works out. Change this shifter knob over. We're going to be using another Group A car. I'm not exactly sure where we're going to go. Figured we'll kind of just feel things out. Make sure everything's up and running correctly first. Especially being that we've been having some weird sort of issues here and there. Oh. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having fun. Hopefully you all get time to go on your rigs if you have some. We're going to go to custom now. I do have kind of a weird issue with Dirt Rally. Every time we go to hill climb, it just completely crashes. And we tried a mod a while ago, probably about 7-8 months ago, when there was a few other YouTubers that did it. It's called the... You know, I forgot exactly what it's called. It's like basically you could race any car on any track, and seemed like a pretty cool mod because I wanted to always take the Subaru Impreza 1995, our choice car. I always wanted to take this on Pikes Peak, so we tried it, and unfortunately it didn't work, and some files got corrupt. I've uninstalled and reinstalled this thing probably about 10 times. Wiped the files from it, everything. There's supposedly something we have to do with Steam itself, wiping basically like cloud files, cloud sync files. So that's a long drawn out process. We haven't gotten a chance to do that yet again, well, at all. So that's going to be the next step. So you're not going to see any Pikes Peak, unfortunately. Go for Chuck, sup Crash, how are things? You've been in Forza all day drifting. Oh man, that sounds like fun. I haven't drifted in so long. I used to do a little bit of drifting in Assetto Corsa, or pretend that I knew how to do some drifting in Assetto Corsa. I haven't tried the new Forza yet myself. I'm going to try this Lancia Delta. The nice thing is, every time I get into Dirt Rally, it's been so long that I've pretty much forgotten the tracks for the most part, so... Enter the shakedown, kind of see if we can remember exactly how things are working here. All right, everything's looking good. Been ripping with the Twerk Stallion. Ron Smith, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Finally got home a little while ago after replacing my wife's battery and emergency visit, but she was, if you didn't see the beginning of the stream, she was on her way to work and her battery died. We were supposed to start about an hour and a half ago. I apologize if anyone was kind of looking forward to the stream starting then. But yeah, all is well now. Let's move this forward. So that Mustang, Gopher Chucks, that Mustang you guys you've been drifting with, I thought that was Project Cars 2 actually.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Caution left 4 logs crest. And left 5 times to 4, over crest, logs on exit. 80, left 6, into right 2 times to 1, long bunker. Left 5, into right 6. Into left 4 times to 3, 80. Crest, into left 5 long, over crest, right 1, into right 3, caution left 5, turn
oh yeah!
And right 6, left 6, crest, car junction.
Ah! Come on, stay in there!
Left 6. Finish.
Alright, so that was just the shakedown. Woo! This is going to be a pretty interesting stage. Alright. I'm not going to adjust the setup. Kind of want to, but I think we're going to leave it alone. I think we're going to leave this alone. Alright. And I noticed since we got off Steam VR Beta with Revive, the performance is greatly improved. I could probably bump up the graphical settings. We were getting a lot of artifacting and stuttering as I was moving my head side to side. So, guys, don't forget, if you're running Steam VR Beta,
1, go.
You're having performance issues, also look at that.
And left 5 times 4, over press, locked on exit. 80, left 6, right 2, times to 1, locked, don't cut. Left 5, into right 6. Into left 4 times 380. Crest into left 5, over crest, right 1. Into right 3. Caution left 5, turn sweat, don't cut. And right 6, left 6, crest, right 5.
Glad I remembered that this time.
Left 6. Left 4 crest and turn right 3. Into left 3. Into right 5. Into left 5.
Trying to look off in the distance.
Into left 5. Right 6. Into caution left 5 over crest. 80 past junction. Turn square right. Into left 3 half long past junction. Into right 5 long don't.
Ah! On the dirt.
And caution left 4 long over crest. Into turn head to right. Into left 4, continue to 100. Don't cut.
Lancia sounds amazing.
Left over crest. Left 640. Left 3. Right 6. Left 6 past junction. 40, keep left over jump, 130. junction, braking, left 6 over open hairpin right. Left 6 over crest, 80.
Woo!
Left 4 tight, don't cut.
Come on,
Into
come on, baby.
Half long 80. Caution right 5 long, into turn hairpin left, 80.
Oh, oh.
Keep left
There we go.
crest, keep mid over crest, 80.
Gorgeous.
Right 5 long past junction, 100 past lay-by. Right 6 long past junction. Caution slowing, 80 over crest. Right 5 through gate, water splash. Caution keep mid over jump. 100 down, braking, turn acute right.
Windshield.
Into left
Wipers.
1 long, opens 2 long.
I didn't set a button for that.
60, caution right 4 over big jump. And right 6 over big jump, 40, down, right 3 water splash. Right
Water
6,
splash
okay,
again,
opens
darn it.
Past junction. 60 past junction.
Can't see where I'm going. Ah! Oh, I ruined it. Always make sure your buttons are binded.
Right 6 long, 60 to finish.
Oh, that was a shame. You can see that red line there. We killed it in the end, darn it. I need to make sure I set that button. I thought it was set to automatic. Ah. But we're still first place. We beat them by 9 seconds. Almost a good run. Let's set that button real quick. Actually, I should probably just leave it on automatic, to be honest with you. Or put it on automatic. It's not on automatic. I think it's... Let's go here. Go to controls. Woo! That made me a little out of breath there. Windscreen wipers, we'll put it on the top light here. And headlights we'll put down here. And we'll probably do whales next. I'm thinking doing another sprint. And we'll do sunset. Why not? Group A. I want to do this Lancia again. That was a lot of freaking fun. RVR Closet. Hey, how you doing? Have I been using my Fanatec GT3 rim since you got it back? Yes. Get her done 16. Yes, I have. Actually have it hanging up right next to me. I always keep it close by all the time. You can see it right here. A little bit better. Boom. There it is. Whenever we do GT3 style racing, so mainly iRacing, Assetto Corsa, Competizione, sometimes in Race Room. If we're going into the newer DTM cars, I throw it on and we go. Oh, and if you want to know, we do have the that Club Sport quick release on there, and I haven't had any issues since. So that helps anyone out. Get her done 16. Hey RVR, small YouTube world, huh? For us sim racers, I don't think there's many of us out there. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Thanks guys for hanging out with me, by the way. Let's again do a shakedown, kind of get a feel for the car and the track. Hopefully the sound and everything is working well. Let's make sure.
5,
Sunset.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 half long, to left 5, 60 crest. Into right 3 long, and left 2 half long, don't cut.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah! I'm over here playing with the buttons to make sure the headlights are working.
Left 6, 80 over crest jump, maybe. Left 6, 60. Right 2, continue.
I think that was just a shakedown.
60. long, 100 over crest jump maybe. Caution right 3 half long narrows. Into left 6 half long, cut 80 crest. Into keep left over jump. Into caution right 5 over 80 times 2 narrows and slippy. Into left 6 half long, don't cut. Right 6, left 6, 80.
Alright, there's a shakedown. We've successfully broken our window over here, but I think I'm going to leave the headlights on. I think I kind of like how the dash looked there. There we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 half long, to left 5, 60 crest. Into right 3 long, and left 2 half long, front cut. Right 6 long, 80. Left 6, 80 over crest jump maybe. Left 6, 60. Right 2 continues for 100. 60. Left 4 long, 100 over crest jump maybe. Caution right 3 half long narrows. Into left 6 half long, don't cut 80 crest. Into keep left over jump.
This is a tight track.
Into caution right 5 over 80 times 2 narrows and slippy. Into left 6 half long, don't cut. Right 6, left 6, 80.
Tight track.
Right 6 continues 80 and times 5. Left 5 and camber, 80 crest jump maybe, 120 through dip. Left 3 half long, don't cut, and camber. Into right 4 half long, don't cut.
Oh.
60. Left
Climbing
6
the wall there.
Into caution narrows, left 5 half long. Into right 4 long, 80 crest jump maybe. And right 6 continues 100. 60 crest. And left 2 long. Into right 5 long times 3, 80. Left 2 don't cut, open long. Into small crest jump maybe. And right 5. And left 4 half long.
Trying to listen to this.
Crest jump maybe. And
Calls as fast as possible. Pay attention to it.
And left 4 long, 80 through dip.
Ah! Oh man! Apparently we died. Darn it! 14-second penalty.
Left 6 and right 5 half long into left 6 100. Keep right through dip. Left 6 don't cut. Right 5 into left 6 80. Right 4 tight.
Come on.
Into left 3 don't cut.
Oh, again! I think this time we can save it. I'm gonna go right up here. Alright, back in business.
Left 5 half long. Right 6. Caution, keep right over crest. Turn left 4 long, don't cut. 100. Keep right over crest. Into left 5 continues for 100. And crest, 100. Crest and narrows. Right 5 times 4. And left 5 crest. Turn right 4 don't cut. Left 6, 60. Crest. Left 4 long, don't cut, times 3. Right 1 half long, don't cut. Into left 1 half long. And right 1 half long.
Woo! I'm not paying attention to the calls. Need to pay attention.
Mid over crest, 100. Caution narrows, left 6 over crest. Right 5 over cut, 100. Caution narrows, right 6 long over crest. And left 6 into keep mid over 2 crests. Caution braking 60, right 3 half long. And left 4 half long. 100 through dip. Crest jump maybe.
Woo! There we go. Well, half of it, we were decent. Let's see if we actually got in the top. Second place, we were 8 seconds slow. We had those 2 pretty bad incidences. And it's because I start losing focus of the co-pilot. I really start losing focus of what they're saying. It just kills me. Kills me. Monaco. Monica! Gopher Chucks, it's killing me. Oh, killing it, man. Nice driving. Thank you so much. RVR Claus says, hey, Gopher, maybe Crash can help you how to get Dirt Rally going on your Vive. I guess it's the same with the audio. It is. It is. It's actually pretty easy to do. You got to download a piece of software called Revive. If you do Revive VR, it'll bring you to the GitHub. You install it. Then within Revive itself, once it's on your desktop and running, you click on it. Well, you right click on it, I should say. You go to patch, and it's going to bring up basically your what is it called? Your Explorer, your file explorer. You go to the game's install directory, and you just click on the title itself, and it automatically downloads the files to Dirt Rally. And then when you launch Dirt Rally next, it launches in VR, kind of like this here. It's actually very easy. If you need some help, let me know. Gopher Check says, maybe it never runs for me. Killing. Gopher Chucks also says he tries to run with the lights on in all his cars for his videos. It looks better to the viewer. Good deal. The dash display was actually pretty hard to see in this with sunset, you know. Get her done says that thing is sick fast off the line. It is. All right, you have Revive. So if you have Revive, you have the latest version of Revive. What I want you to make sure is that you're not running Steam VR Beta. If you're not running Steam VR Beta, that's going to eliminate a lot of the issues for you. So what I want you to do is I'm going to kind of walk you through this if you don't mind. With Revive Dashboard running on your computer, you're going to click on your so you can see the icons of the software running on your Windows desktop. You're going to right click, you're going to go to patch. I'm going to bring this up on the screen to kind of help you out. Then you're here, right? You're going to go to your install directory within Steam. So for me, I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go to Program Files 86. Then I'm going to go to Steam. Then I'm going to go down to Steam Apps, Common, Dirt Rally. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this application here. That's, you know, Dirt itself. And that's all you do. You click on it, and then that window should go away. And then once you run Dirt next time, it should launch within the headset. You don't do drag and drop. You should be running the latest version of Revive too. Drag and drop is the old school method, and that method doesn't really work anymore. Yeah, Gopher Chucks. I think I made a video in 2016 showing the drag and drop method. 2016 or 20? Yeah, I think it was 2016. That method doesn't work anymore. If you have any other questions, send me a message and I'll go through it with you in a little bit more detail. But works really good. I'm actually going to probably bump up some graphical settings here. This is going to be Lancia Day, apparently. You know, I've never really actually bothered using this car too much, but it sounds great, and it's a lot of fun. I do gotta say, this is actually pretty fun. Again, we'll do the shakedown. See how this car reacts to this surface here. The only thing is like you see, I'm looking down. I don't know if you can see that. I can see my neck, where my neck should be. So you want to make sure once you get Steam VR. Once you get it working in VR, go to your controller profiles and set a button to reset the head position. Because I always find that I got to press my head back in the seat, reset the head position, and then when I'm sitting, I look down and it's correct. So I kind of have to do that almost every time I get in the car.
5,
But it's really no big deal.
4,
Just, you know, hit the button
3,
real
2, 1,
quick.
go. Left 6, medium right 1, fast junction. Into left 3, long right 5. Right 6, line, into right 4. Left 4, and right 6, and right 6, long, 40. Left 2 times, into left 6, long, continues over crest.
You hear the water and the sleet up against the tires.
Caution braking, 60 F in left. Right 6, 60.
That was perhaps a little bit too much for the grip level. Alright. We didn't lose it completely. It just kind of tapped the rear end into the wall. No big deal. Whoa! What is my rig doing? Alright, RVR Closet. See you in a little bit. So we're at Col del Turini Decente, I want to say it's called.
5, 4.
Oh, not
3,
reverse.
2, 1, go. Left 6, medium right 4, fast junction. Into left 3, long don't cut. Right 6, line, into right 4. Left 4, and right 6, and right 6, long, 40. Left 2 times, into left 6, long, continues over crest. And crest, into right 5 long, and left 6, 230, crest, caution brake, 60 F on left. Right 6, 60. Left 6 over crest.
Oh, this car is so sweet.
80, hairpin right, 150. Left 6.
Oh, forgot about this.
Caution right 6 over crest, down, into right 3 long, into right 6 long over crest.
Oh, I'm messing up.
Caution left 5 over crest. Immediate right 3, and right 3.
The fog is kind of killing me. Can't really see, but you know what?
Into left 2 long tightens. 100 over long crest. Left 4 long, into left 6.
Drift it.
And right 4 half long. Into caution right 3 long over crest. Into left 3 opens and hairpin left. Into right 3 long down. Into caution left 4 long. Into hairpin right 40 over crest. Into left 4 half long. Into right 5 over crest times 40. Into left 3. Into caution right 6. Medium hairpin left. Left 6, 40. Right 3 long over crest. And
It's probably not the fastest way to get around there, but it's fun.
caution left 4.
Oh.
Hairpin right long. Crest.
It's like a drift track for dirt rally.
Into left 5 long crest to 40. Left 6. Right 1 long past junction. Into left 1 crest. Right 6. 80 over crest.
Oh no, I caught that car.
Right 4 long. Into right 3 times long. Into left 1 half long. Keep left over crest.
Well, let's talk about drifting.
Into left 4. Into right 2 over
wasn't the cleanest, but that was sure a lot of fun. I used to always barrel down this track. Oh, we were first by 3 seconds. Very close. Very close, but we always used to knock down that track with the Subaru WRX. See here. All right. Yep. Nice, J-Turd. Thank you, man. I'm actually gonna go back down this with the Subaru. That was too much fun. Honestly. Let's see. Afternoon. Is there an afternoon like sunny? Midday sunny. There we go. Kind of felt like it was a little hard to see, and it was afternoon misty. So that's why we're having a little bit of issues kind of seeing off in the distance a little bit. But so just keep in mind, Gopher Checks. I know I told you about the Steam VR beta for that motion technology, kind of like asynchronous space warp with Oculus, that Steam has just implemented in their Steam VR beta for Vive users. You're not going to be able to use Steam VR beta with this version of Revive. I was having serious performance issues, and then I read if you get out of Steam VR beta, just run normal Steam VR, all is well. So might want to just take that in account there. Whoa, now we're really close to the steering wheel. There we go. Gotta just get a little bit inventive with your reset head mount.
4, 3,
your reset
2,
HMD button.
1, go. Medium right, junction. Into left 3 long don't cut. Right 6 line into right 4. Left 4.
Yep, this feels familiar now.
And right 6 long, 40, left 2 times, into left 6 long, continues over crest. And crest, into right 5 long, and left 6, 230, crest. Caution braking, 60 hand in there. Right 6, 60. Left 6 over crest. Right 6, 80, left and right, 150. Left 6, continues over crest, 40.
Oh yeah.
Right 6 over crest, down, into right 3 long, into right 6 long, over crest. And caution left 5 over crest. Immediate right 3, and right 3. Into left 2 long tightens, 100 over long crest, left 4 long, into left 6.
Oh, that wasn't clean. We didn't hit nothing, but
and right 4 long.
I normally get all the way around that thing.
Right 3 long over crest, into left 3 opens, and head and left, into right 3 long down. Left 4 down, into 10 and right, 40 over crest. Into right 5 over crest, times 3, into left 3, into caution right 6, medium head left. Left 6, 40.
There we go.
Right 3, long over crest, and left 2. Right 1 long, and caution left 4, into and right long, and crest. Left 1 3 long, into right 6, into left 5 long, crest 40, left 6.
This car communicates so well through the steering wheel.
Junction. into left 1 crest.
Look at that.
Right 6, 80 over crest. Right 4.
If you haven't tried this car, I highly recommend it. It's almost driving itself.
Into left 1 half long.
The only problem is you start getting cocky, making mistakes. Like that almost was.
Into right 2 on crest. Into left 1, 150 finish.
Definitely a bigger car than the Lancia, but I could drive that so much better. Doesn't feel as faster out of the hole, but just the amount of detail I'm getting through the steering wheel makes it so much easier. Woo! That was actually pretty good. Made me happy. Oh, go for Chucks. Hey, thank you, man. Nice run. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. What should we do next? Flying Finland, why not? This time we'll use one of the newer guys. The Volkswagen Polo Rallycross car. We'll switch this over to sequential. Works better if you don't have it in a gear first. See if I can reach it. Ah, got it. I like switching the knobs over because, I mean, the sequential knob is so much taller, just makes it easier to kind of get really fast when you're sawing out the wheel. Especially with this car, you kind of need to be able to switch the gears really fast. Let's see what this is going to be like. This is going to be a pretty far departure from the old boys that we were just racing with. There we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 40, left 5 half long, times 3, right 3 over crest, continue past junction, don't cut, and left 5 over crest, and right 3, 40 crest, into caution crest jump maybe, and right 4 half long, tight, and left 4, into middle over long crest, into left 4 over 80, don't cut, 60.
Oh, that was close.
Caution right 3 long, stay mid, 5 over crest, 60 long crest, jump maybe. Left 6, 80 crest, right 6 over crest long, and crest 40 through there. Left 3 over crest, don't cut. And right 3 open long, into left 6. Into turn right 4, tight 3 over crest, 80. Right 6 half long over crest, jump maybe. Into middle over crest, jump.
I love the placement of that chin flight. You can see it in your peripheral view so easily. Alright, so we're going to have to be careful. There's a lot of blind corners in this one, which is pretty interesting. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you. I remember Flying Finland, you know, you have a lot of jumps, but I don't remember all the blind corners. Let's set this up a little bit better there. There we go. Feels a little bit more natural.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 40, left 5 half long, times 3, and right 3 long over crest, continue past junction, don't cut, and left 5 over crest, and right 3, 40 crest, into caution crest jump maybe, and right 4 half long tight, and left 4, into middle over long crest, into left 4 over 80, don't cut, 60.
Pretty big air there.
Keep caution right 3 long, stay mid, tightens over crest,
Messing up
long,
the
jump
entry
maybe.
speed into it.
Left 6, 80 crest, right 6 over crest pump and crest, 40 through there, left 3 over crest, don't cut, and right 3 open long, into left 6, into turn right 4 times 3 over crest, long, over crest, jump maybe. Into middle over crest, jump. Into middle over crest, and crest, exceed crest, and left 3 opens long, don't cut. Into middle over crest, and right 5 opens over crest, continue to 130.
Oh, that's mean. Put a jump right before a turn.
Left 6 half long, 100. Left 4 over crest, opens long, 60. Middle of a long crest, past junction, crest, 60. Small crest, jump maybe, 80 past junction. Right 6 over crest, jump maybe. And continue to 150 over bumps, and crest. Into right 5 over crest, long, 40.
Whoa, whoa! Ah!
Left 5 over crest, jump, keep in, 60. Right 6, into care, left 6 over long crest, and dip. Left 6 over crest, jump maybe, and caution crest, bump, and turn right 4. Crest 80, small crest, and left 5 long bump.
Oh,
Into crest, jump maybe, and
misheard that call.
Right 3 over crest. 80, over bump, and small crest, jump maybe. And left 4, right 3 over crest, 80. Okay, crest, jump maybe past junction. And right 4 opens over crest, 80 crest. And left 5 over crest, jump maybe, 130. Right 6 continue over 2 small crest, and crest jump maybe. And left 4 half long, crest jump maybe. Right 5 half long, and small crest, 80 over crest. Right 3 over crest, over cut. And left 5 long, tight 3, 40. Right 4 half junction over crest, jump maybe, don't cut, 80. Right 4 over jump, 80. Left 6 half long, middle over crest, 200 through dip. Caution braking, middle over 2 crest, and turn square left on cut. Into middle over long crest, 60. Middle over crest, jump maybe, 40.
Whoa! I was not expecting that to be right after the jump. Got close. I was going to have time to slow down a little bit.
Right 4 don't cut past junction, tight 3, 100 past junction. Okay, left 6 over crest, jump maybe 100. Left 5 keep in over crest, 40. Right 4 half long, keep very in. Okay, 80 past junction, care and left. 40. Crest jump maybe 130. Right 3 half long past junction, don't cut, 80. Left 5 60 past junction. Left 3 open 60. Right 5 half long.
Alright. We could use a little bit more practice, but that was pretty good. I mean, yeah, third place. Kind of figured as much, but, you know, we had that incident where we went sliding past those other cars. Probably took out a few people. Oh, man. The thing is with this, I wish there was... There's got to be a way. Let me see. Kind of feel like the audio on the co-driver needs to be bumped a little bit. Speech is all the way up. We're going to leave it alone. I just need to pay more attention. Woof! That's intense focus. Gopher checks, that's hilarious. He says, not bad, man, but that Soupy's a great car, but that Delta sounds like a symphony of hammers. It does. Oh, man. Oh, man. That Delta's amazing. So, Ron Smith, I do have a pedal cam. It's actually right here, but we're running a separate system that's streaming. I just haven't hooked it up. I just got to switch the USB over. I have this USB on my pedal cam because we've run it in the past, so you probably remember that. It's actually going through the rig, the USB itself, plugging to a USB hub to this main system here. But since my wife's system is right there, we're kind of, you know, borrowing her resources for some of these streams when she's not using it. I just haven't fished that USB out and really found an efficient way to do it. But, yep, we're going to be, I think we're going to be switching it over to to this system here. I just got to get a different USB hub, maybe something that, you know, I could tee off or switch. But we'll see. We'll see. Hammerstein. All right. Well, you know what? So it sounds like a symphony of hammers. Let's run that Hammerstein. Why not, right? Morning seems a little wet. The track, as far as the track goes, but this is going to be a morning sort of scenario here. Whoa, we're way behind our body now. Almost there. That feels a little bit better. That's acceptable. We'll live with that. Let's set this over. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 6, 80 through dip. Turn right 3 half long, don't cut. 60. Crest.
Oh yeah, the track is wet.
Into keep right over crest. Turn left 1, don't cut. Crest. And caution, turn a Q right through dip, don't cut. Care right 4 half long. Immediate turn square left, don't cut. Left 6.
Ah, too much, too much.
And turn right 5, don't cut, 130. Turn hairpin left, don't cut. 60. Crest. Right 1, don't cut. 100 through dip. Keep left of a crest, past junction 80. Caution right 4 long. Immediate square left, don't cut. Keep in rocks on exit. 80. Turn left 3, 80 past junction 100. Keep left over crest. Right 5 continues 100. Caution, keep left into turn right 1, don't cut. 60 through dip. Into right 5 long, don't cut. Into turn hairpin left, don't cut. Opens 100. Crest, 300 through dip. Care, turn square left, don't cut, down, 80. Turn right 1, don't cut, narrows, into crest.
Overcooking these corner entries.
Left 6, 80 dip. Care, turn left 1, 80. Crest. Past junction, crest. And caution deceptive, immediate turn left 1 gate on exit. 100. Right 6, 80. Turn left 1, don't cut. 100 through dip, past junction. Down crest, immediate turn open hairpin right, don't cut. 80.
Well, if you want to practice your
Left 6 past junction, immediate turn.
your handbrake turns,
Ditch on exit, past junctions.
it's the place to do it, apparently. Not a,
Left
here's
6,
the call.
80. Turn square right.
Square right.
Turn square left, 80 past junctions. Left 4 long, 80. Double caution crest, turn left 6, don't cut, ditch outside. 100. Turn right 1, don't cut, keep in, rocks on exit. Right 5 continues for 100.
Cut that one way too much.
Left 5 continues for 150 over crest. Turn hairpin right, don't cut. Into left 5 long. And turn Right 6 over crest. Caution braking, turn acute left, don't cut. Into turn left 4, 250 through dip. Turn hairpin right, don't cut, onwards. And turn right 3, don't cut. Into left 6 long. And turn right 4. Into turn left 4, 80. Crest 80. Right 6 dip. Left 6. Right 6 80. Caution jump past junction 100. Past junction. Caution braking. Turn acute right. 100. Turn hairpin left, don't cut. 150 through dip. Turn right 1. Into turn right 1, ditch outside, narrows. 100 through dip. Past junction. 100 over crest. 100. Caution keep left, into right 5, immediate turn square right, don't cut. 80. Turn hairpin left, 80. Turn hairpin left, don't cut, 80. Turn square right, don't cut. Into turn acute left, don't cut. Into turn right 4, don't cut.
Too much. Darn it! I know. I'm not gonna cut the track.
Press 100 down. Turn Q left, don't cut. 100 over crest. To finish.
I think it's safe to say I would be fired if I was a rally driver for this team. Oh, but that was fun. Somehow we got first again. Oh, by a second. All right, so that was pretty darn close. Not too bad. A lot of fun. I think we might try to do some rallycross. Dino said Assetto Corsa feels like real life. Are you referring to drifting? Yeah, I don't Assetto Corsa, I also don't have Content Manager, but I've also not been in Assetto Corsa for quite a while. Honestly. Let's see if Rallycross works. I know Hill Climb doesn't work. But let's see if it works. Linden Hill, England. Put them on very hard. Full circuit. Rallycross Supercars, of course. And we'll roll with the Ford Fiesta Rallycross. That's what we used to run with. Got this a little tight. And so far it seems to be working. Make sure we put this back on sequential. And let's just practice real quick. Way too much. Bit better. I think we're fine. Yeah, let's stop this practice and we'll just go right into the title, right into the race. Turn to service area. There we go. I was afraid right there it was going to be frozen for a second. All right. There we go. Start race. Where are the rest of the cars? Oh, there they go. Riding a bike, you gotta remember it.
Taking the jumper now. No place is lost. Good job.
Turn. Turn. car jumping. They're jumping in the air behind us. All right, so we have the fastest lap. No penalty. So we got a 38.972. Our race time was a 2:45.182. So we got 50 points. So we're going to be in the first group. It's going to continue on. So we got the next heat here. You can see we're in the top split. Number 1. Again, AI is on the highest setting, very hard. And yeah. Let's repair, do a little repair action. I think there's a crew recommendations, yeah. Just might have to do that next time. If I can figure out what button that is. What button 4 is. 2, 1. Good launch. Right on my tail in this group here. I like to get the front right tire on that pavement, kind of pulls you out of, well, it pulls you into the apex, it feels. Really kind of launches you into the corner exit. Messed up that entry.
Joker hasn't cost you any places.
That was a decent Joker. Can't complain about that one at all. Can't believe we made that dumb mistake. Let's see. Somehow we're still in the front. Oh man, less than 1 second. Off from the second place guy, P. Solberg, in the DS3 vehicle. We're in the Ford Fiesta Rallycross. So we got another 50 points, so we're going to continue on. We're going to have a lot of repair work to do here. See, I don't know what. Let's see if we hit F4. Does it? There we go. All right, so that's pretty quick. Match recommendations. All right. Hopefully that worked. Oh. There was no sound. I don't know why there's no sound all of a sudden. Very interesting. Let's see. Nope, no sound. No sound again. That is so weird. I wonder if this has something to do with the with the issue with Dirt Rally that we're having. That is strange. Thank you so much. Go for Chucks. Yeah, that was a great example of ripping a wheel. Thank you so much. You haven't tried MP and Rallycross in this. How does it work in DR? You mean VR? So, unfortunately, I covered this a little bit earlier. Dirt Rally, my version of Dirt Rally, we tried a long time ago, like almost a year ago now, the all cars and all track mod. So you could race any car on any track. We tried to basically race the Super Impreza 1995 on the on Pikes Peak. I wanted to make a video on that. Those are my two favorite combinations. But unfortunately, every time I go into hill climb now, it just completely crashes. Every single time. And we just got a weird sound issue. So I'm not sure if we continue at all, if we're even going to get any sound. I also noticed that it was stuttering a little bit. So I'll try one more, just a normal rally. And we'll probably call it then if it even works. So we'll see. We'll see if this works here. Rallycross, you haven't tried MP in Rallycross. I'm trying to think. Talking about like the Polo? Works really good. That's the vehicle. If that's a vehicle you're talking about. My phone just started going crazy. Crazy. I have a feeling this is probably not going to work. Because I'm not even getting sound right now. I should be able to hear. Yeah. I should be able to hear something right now, and I'm not hearing anything. So, normally when this starts to happen, then shortly after it crashes. So, I got to go through and actually do the whole going through Steam VR, through Steam and deleting the cloud saved files, which is kind of a big hassle, and then reinstalling, and I think at that point none of my saved data is going to be there. It's going to basically walk me through the whole title again. But multiplayer. Oh, multiplayer works pretty good. I've tried it a long time ago. It works all right. I never had any issues with it. The only problem with now is actually getting people on. That's the only thing. But back when people were actually racing it a lot, it was a lot of fun. You had a lot of people just like really going at it, and then you had people that were just crashing all the time, and that was a little bit frustrating. But all right, everyone, I'm going to be calling it here. Today was a really fun day with Dirt Rally. I'm glad we got it running to some capacity. I'm a little bit sad that we still have work to do with Dirt Rally to make it work right, you know, due to an issue that we tried. You know, it's my fault. But I really want Pikes Peak to work. I really want Rallycross to work correctly. We lost sound completely, which is annoying. But, you know, I kind of was expecting it. That's why I was avoiding those two scenarios in the beginning. But it's cool to jump back into Dirt Rally. And it's really saddens me that Dirt 2 is probably, or, you know, Dirt Rally 2, I should say, is probably not going to have VR support. At least they're saying they're not going to support it at launch. Now, here's the thing. Oculus was not big at the point when Dirt Rally first came out, but a lot of people knew about it. A lot of us kind of fought for it, for them to get support. At the time, I had a Razer OS VR, which was a hacker dev kit, and I had like DIY VR headsets that I made myself. It was a lot of fun to do so, but I was kind of one of those people on the forums fighting for VR support. They were very open that in their initial release, they weren't going to support VR. They had a strong stance against supporting VR in the beginning. And then eventually, they came out and supported VR on their developer updates back when they were releasing content slowly at a time. We kind of knew it was coming. You had to be in the know to kind of know that it was coming. And it was an exciting time once we got VR support. Hasn't been smooth because they only supported Oculus, which has been, you know, you take what you can take and you get what you can get, and you try to appreciate it because, well, in our case, as far as Revive is concerned, it works for us and works well. Revive has had a lot of updates and it's working, so I'm glad that we have some VR support. But it saddens me that they're going backwards and they're not supporting VR. And I hate to take the stance of, you know, no VR, no buy, because there's beautiful titles like Automobilista, for the longest time, R Factor 2, although now they do have VR support. There's been titles out there that have just, you know, they haven't supported VR for the longest time. And honestly, I am kind of like a no VR, no buy kind of guy. I know I you know, kind of jump on Sim Racing 604's channel a lot, and I just type no VR, no buy as a joke, just randomly, even if it has nothing to do with any of his videos. But that's really how I feel. I find I ignore titles completely because I don't have fun outside of VR. It's just not as it's not as enveloping to me. Now, if you look at some of my older content, I mean, we went back to when I had my Playseat Challenge, which is basically a lawn chair. I had my Thrustmaster T1000 wheel, a 240-degree wheel, and we had triple screen set up. And then from there, I got my Thrustmaster TX, and we were still running the triple screens. And then I went and I had the Track IR5. If any of you know anything about that, a lot of the flight sim community know about the Track IR5, and I was running that with triple screens. My dream was having VR, and then the Oculus came out and it was super expensive. Couldn't afford it, so we got the Razer OS VR. I was making my own headsets and this and that. This is stuff I was dreaming about since I was young. Like, since there's drawings from when I was 5 and 6 years old where I was making basically minus the front and rear section of a car, just the midsection of a car on like a giant like roller coaster sort of looking rig, like a big hoop, where it's essentially a driving simulator. You sit in the vehicle and you're driving around. The whole thing moves like an arcade. I wanted that, and I finally got it, and we have VR. And you know, it sucks that you're not able to see your rig, your button boxes. I have a beautiful button box here that I can't see, so I barely ever use it. That sucks that you can't see your rig and your buttons, and it makes it a little bit harder. But it's, to me, it's kind of worth the trade-off. I absolutely love VR, and I kind of refuse to go backwards. VR has gotten it's kind of a little stagnant. I mean, because there's no Oculus 2.0 or Vive 2.0 coming out, which a lot of people were waiting for before they jumped in. But we do have the Odyssey Plus coming in that we have ordered. I'm just waiting for them to ship it. which has an anti-screen door effect screen. And then you have Pimax coming out with beautiful wide displays, and that we're going to pick up next year once they actually release their lighthouses, because we're getting rid of ours. Those are gorgeous options, you know, beautiful options. Yet we haven't reviewed them, so I can't really say that they are necessarily the 2.0, but there is things happening in the VR community, and it's kind of a shame that it feels like it might be a little bit stagnant because the big players are not introducing anything new. The companies that everyone's waiting for, like Oculus, has kind of shot down their 2.0. So I think a lot of these game developers are like, well, why should we then? You know, you're not going to have the big push of people by the holiday season or by next year wanting to get into VR because the new one that they were waiting for is coming out. So why should we even develop for it anymore? And it's kind of a shame because, especially with Dirt Rally, with Codemasters and this title, they're more so speaking to the enthusiast community, the hardcore enthusiast community, the people that want the triple screen setup, the people that have, you know, the crazy setups here with motion and all that. A lot of us are looking forward to this title because Dirt Rally spoke to us mainly. It was more of a hardcore title. A lot of us have VR and a lot of us want VR, and it's a shame they're kind of omitting that. And I mean, I have Dirt 4 installed right now. I never jump into it, you know, and I know it's an awesome title. I know it looks really good. I know it drives really good. I just don't play it. And it's because I'm not enveloped unless I'm in VR, and that's just personal preference. So that's my whole take on the whole VR no buy, or no VR no buy, and Dirt 2. I hope they change their mind like they did last time, and I kind of expect that they will, because, you know, they kind of had this stance last time and they went back on it. I think they're kind of just waiting to see what the market shows, and they don't want to say that they're going to support VR and then have to backtrack, or say that they're going to support VR and have to dump all the resources into it. Meanwhile, there's no audience for it. So yeah, RVR Closet says Pimax looks interesting. Yeah, you were hoping for a CV2. I was hoping for a CV2 also. I mean, I love the Oculus. I love how smooth it runs. Their asynchronous space warp, how well it works. But I don't know. It's kind of a shame. Gopherchuck says, Forza was my exception, but I will not buy Codemaster stuff anymore. Oh, I'm mad at Gearbox for Borderlands. Only on PSVR, yeah. Sadly, Vive isn't even optimized yet. That's, yeah. You know, so that's my rant on the whole thing. I mean, I absolutely love Dirt Rally. Dirt Rally is kind of, to me, and I think to a lot of other sim racers out there, Gopherchucks, once you get in VR, you're going to know exactly what we're talking about. It brings a level of almost fear. It really does. You know, when you're driving on the side of like a cliff, and you see the trees and everything is to scale, and you're approaching things and you almost feel ballistic. Like you don't feel like you really have control, or the control you should have. It's almost scary. It really is. And it's awesome. It works so well. And I think this title is going to be one of the classics. You know, everyone talks about, you know, the old school test drives and R Factor 2. People are going to be talking about Assetto Corsa. They still are, because of the mod community is still going. iRacing, you know, one of the big titles. I think Codemasters, this is going to be, besides their old school, I mean, besides Colin McRae, you know, as far as the rally titles are concerned, I think Dirt Rally is kind of like going to be that pinnacle VR rally title of, you know, the yesteryear, you know. In VR, it looks gorgeous. It really does. It really does. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. And I think anyone that hasn't tried it yet, has the VR capability, I think you should try it. You know, if you don't have an Oculus, download Revive and give it a shot. But it's a shame what they're doing with the new Dirt title. RVR Closet. Yeah, it does. So, all right, everyone. I'm going to call it a day here. I'm a little tired. We're going to be jumping back in with more, of course. I'm going to post a, if you haven't checked it out, check out our community tab. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff I'm posting there. And I'm also letting you all know way beforehand, well, I'm going to try way beforehand when we're going to be doing live streaming. I know today was a little bit of a failure because I posted we're going to be streaming at, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And unfortunately, my wife got stuck, so I had to help her out there. But I was able to post an update saying, hey, we're going to be late. So if you all just hit that reminder bell when you subscribe, you should be able to get our community tab stream. If you do not, just, take a look at our community tab. Take a look around. There's some polls in there. I'm kind of getting some information from you all on different titles and what you all like to see. So definitely get to that poll that we posted today as well. So I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. Thank you so much for all your support. It's been a lot of fun. We'll see you all next time.